Yo, it's your boy, Pravi MVP, back with another banger. Today, we diving into the ultimate NBA 2K25 Snag Mahomes build update and guard versus center. Which one impacts winning more? You're not going to want to miss this one. Before we jump in, finesse that like button like you breaking ankles in the park. And don't forget to subscribe for more heat. Let's get into it. First, I'm going to dive into the big debate, guard versus center. Which impacts winning more and why from a solo player's perspective? Based on my experience, I'll break down how each position stacks up when it comes to dominating games. Then we'll transition into Snag Mahomes' build breakdown, covering his updated attributes after unlocking that additional +1, which gave me an additional badge, and the most effective badge layout, the best animations to equip, and how to fully maximize his potential to control the game. Also including new, raw, uncut, unedited gameplay. Let's get into it. Guards versus center. Which impacts winning more? Based on my experience in playing at an MVP level at both positions, I have definitive proof that centers, especially builds like Snag Mahomes, are far more impactful for winning games, and it is not even close. If you are a solo player looking to maximize your impact, then Snag Mahomes build is a can't miss option. Not only is it dominant for winning, it's also the best build that I have for rep grinding. This build is how I consistently hit level 40 in about a week or a little bit longer at the start of every season before transitioning to my guards. Snag Mahomes is a walking A teammate grade, not an A minus, but a solid A, and the player of the game majority of the time. And the best part, it achieves this while being a true team first build. Snag impacts the game in every aspect, putting the team in the best position to win without sacrificing his role for personal stats. Let's dive deeper into why this build outshines guards when it comes to winning. Check the screenshots and stats I supplied at the beginning of the video. The proof is in the stats. I played the first 25 games of season 2 on Snag Mahomes and won 75% of my games simply by focusing on rebounding, playmaking, and defense. Most games I walked away with the player of the game honors, not because of flashy scoring, but due to the pure dominance in the paint and my ability to control the flow of the game. When I switched to my shooting guard for 43 games, despite playing at an incredibly high level, 79.4% from 3 and nearly 98% from the free throw line, and playing lockdown defense, it just didn't have the same impact. I often even held my matchups to under 10 points, made them quit, or they was just inefficient scoring. I even managed my turnovers and even showcased high level playmaking, but none of that compared to the paint dominance that Snag Mahomes brings. Because once I switch from my center to my guard, you have to understand, I have to guard the other guard, so I'm standing on the perimeter majority of the time. He really don't get the ball and try to do much against me. Once he realized, okay, this dude a lockdown, he play good defense, he bumping into me, he taking my energy. I'm also going to come with the perimeter lockdown build update, so be looking for that because it's a menace. It's just when it comes to playing as a solo player, his abilities are literally like held back by his own team. When you're a solo player, people don't really want to see you shine when you're a guard. But it's very hard to neutralize what Snag Mahomes can do because, like I said, the guard, when I'm on my guard, I'm sitting over there guarding the corner. But what's going on in the paint? It's sweet. They over there throwing lobs, doing layups, doing Euro steps, getting multiple rebounds. It's just free in the paint. Like I'm watching the paint be free and all kind of stuff happening. And if I dare try to help down, now my man got a wide open shot because all he do is going to stand on the perimeter, basically removing a good defender from out of the defense. If you're a good defender, you want to play center because that is where you can impact defense the most. Most of these bigs, I don't care if they're a shooting, quote unquote, shooting center. Most of them cannot shoot. They think shooting 40%, 45% from 3 is good. That is what's good. I be seeing group posts, shooting big needed, shoot at least 45% from three. Is that gonna really win you a game if I'm I'm destroying everybody else's offense and forcing you to shoot that 45% from three? And that's good. That's a dude that got 80 something win percentage, making a group post asking for a shooting center shoot at least 45% from three. Look how low the minimum is for these quote unquote shooting bigs. They're not really shooters like that. So you can definitely impact the game more on a Snag Mahomes build. Just think about it. As great as I was shooting 79% from deep, that's better than literally majority, like only probably like that's the top 1% of the community. I'm gonna just keep it real. Most people is not gonna shoot that good. They cannot shoot that good, even if they try, because they don't have the discipline to take smart shots, and then they don't have the ability to get themselves open off their own defense. Because majority of the time, people don't understand. A lot of people complain about transition threes. Let me tell you something. That's because y'all trash, bro. Because if you taking stupid shots and then the other player then played defense on that possession, made you miss, and then ran out, that's part of the game. He's supposed to be able to get transition threes when he done his job effectively. It's one thing to cherry pick, and it's another thing to force you to take bad shots, and then I'm gone getting threes off of my defense. That is what the perimeter punisher. That is exactly what he does so well. He forces bad shots and then capitalizes off of them. So, and it still doesn't control the game like Snag Mahomes' rebounding, defense, and playmaking. The ability to dominate the boards, facilitate, and protect the rim makes a much bigger difference in winning. It's proof that a dominant center like Snag Mahomes is unmatched when it comes to winning games and impacting games, especially for solo players. Guards can have their impact neutralized much easier than a big. For example, the reason I don't average over 20 points per game isn't due to my inefficiency. It's often because my team doesn't pass when I'm wide open or deliberately ices me out the game. Sabotaging guards the effectiveness of it is much easier than stopping a big like Snag Mahomes, who impacts the game in way too many areas to try to sabotage. Even if they're trying to sabotage me when I'm on my big, it will be so blatant that it's easy to report. Like, you will see the guards, they be doing it too. They'll keep shooting dumb shots while the other center is clearly in the paint. I'm nowhere near it. They just chucking up bad shots and then they eventually quit. That's easy to report because you can easily see them doing dumb stuff to help the other team. Versus when I'm on a guard, they just ice you out the game. It's hard to report that because they're not deliberately doing something to throw the game. They can just ice you out of it. They're not giving you the ball. And then they get on the mic like, oh, you just mad because you ain't getting the ball. I literally had this happen to me a few days ago. That's why I like playing guard, but it's hard to play it as a solo player because the jealousy of the community. The community is jealous. I'm not gonna lie to you. If you're good at the game and people know you good at the game, they don't respond like, oh, let's help him continue to do what he do. They will be jealous at the fact that you're good at the game and want to bring you down. It's a crab in a barrel mentality in a 2K community at the worst way. It is nothing but a microcosm of the problem that we actually have in society. That is how people bring that same jealousy and hate that they got in a real life to the game. And you can't say, oh, real life ain't got nothing to do with the game, bro. The person, you're controlling what you do with the game. That same jealous nature that you have in real life is in the game. You can't say that, oh, I ain't no jealous person. It's just a game. No, yes, you are. If you don't want to see another dude play good because you know of him and he shoots good and he do this and he do that, and you seen some of his videos, or you know of him and you just jealous and you want to see him do bad, you're like, bro, it happens so much in this community. It's actually very, 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 very sad. They see you hit a couple shots, you making all your shots, bro. They will ice you out the game. Your own team. Defensively, opponents can double team you, drop into a zone, assign a guard to just face guard you, and had a center camp in the paint on the block that's on your side, and any cuts that you would have is completely gone. This completely takes the guard out of the game or forces inefficiency, especially without other offensive threats around you. As a guard, once your ability to get open is eliminated, your lethal weapon shooting is neutralized. And that's all that happens to me when I go into, let's say I go into rec or proving grounds. I'm by myself. Majority of the games, I'm not lying. People probably see me all the time. I walk in by myself. I go in there Bruh, the other team, this is exactly what they do. Once you score a little bit, you can score two shots. Once they see the other team, look, the other players on the court, not good. They can't shoot. They all trying to rim run. It may be sometimes I do get good teams, but majority of the time, bro, I get very bad teams. They're not that good. And it depends on if they're sabotaging or if they still really trying to win. It's so many external factors that impact the game that has nothing to do with my skill set when I'm playing guard, that it's like that's why you don't see as much videos on guards, because it's just how jealous the community is. They prevent good gameplay. Even if I win the game, if you I win the game being iced out, who wants to see that? I mean, I could upload footage of how much people sell me, but who wants to see that over and over? You know what I'm saying? So you can easily be neutralized by your own team playing guard, and the other team can literally slide the zone towards your way with a man face guarding you. You can't cut, you can't do anything to really get open. They're basically doubling you at all times within a zone, and then leave somebody else just wide open. He get as many wide open shots as he want. But what does he do? He normally runs to the paint, get turnovers. The whole floor chaotic in these situations. A lot of times you run into this playing guard as a solo player. But now we're going to move over here right along, and we're going to go over here and check out the attributes, and then let's get into the attribute breakdown. First, we're going to start off with the scoring ability, because this isn't the best thing about the build, but it's definitely still impactful, especially if you're playing with a good team. I would easily average a double-double on this build with the correct guard and the team actually trying to feature me and hit me when I'm wide open under the paint. But when you playing with solo players, they neutralize how effective, when you're a solo player, they neutralize how effective you can be on this build, which is why I have a low scoring output, because they typically pass you the ball late on purpose. They never seem to pass it to the big man on time, especially when you're a solo player. But 76 close shot, that's reliable for quick finishes around the rim, particularly at their offensive rebounds. It's great for converting second chance points, especially when you have the mismatch in the paint. And it's also good for shooting from the side of the rim when they're not respecting you, because that close shot and that mid range are going to fuse. When you're shooting from the side, I can go all the way out to right. Sometimes he can hit threes, which is weird. But I don't shoot a lot of threes on this build, but he can, because I have set shot specialists on bronze, and when you catch it in the mid range, it kind of sometimes take you to the three. I didn't hit some threes on this build. Did not mean to, did not even want to shoot them, but he hit them, especially when he's hot. Number two, driving dunk, standing dunk. 73-81. It's useful for finishing plays, especially lobs, cuts, putbacks following offensive rebounds. Standing dunk allows for quick scoring near the basket when in traffic, especially when matched up against smaller builds. Once again, this is a mismatch punisher, because it creates the mismatch with his speed and his ability to set screens. When you set the screen and roll, it's going to be, you're normally going to have to finish over a guard or a wing trying to come from the corner. And either way it goes, the way this build is, you're going to dot the corner every time anyway, because your passing is just that elite. Number three, 92 free throw. This high free throw rating is going to ensure reliability when fouled, and it's going to be critical for converting those opportunities late in games. I can't tell you how many games I didn't won with that, and also how many times I didn't baited dudes to 3 seconds in the key, getting free points with that. Every transition take foul, which is funny. I'm the center, but a lot of times I'll be the one shooting it. Also, a high free throw helps with your offensive consistency, which is an underhook stat, and we're going to get into that later. Playmaking. 97 pass accuracy. Well, this is the crown jewel of this build. That elite passing ability makes Snag Mahomes a playmaking hub, especially in high pressure situations. It enables precise outlet passes to start fast breaks, create opportunities for shooters or cutters. It's perfect for executing quick, effective ball movement in the half court. It basically boosts team play. And then we look at the ball handle being a 58 with the speed with ball of 33. These ratings limit dribbling, but they are sufficient enough for controlled passing and quick handoffs. Speed with ball isn't critical with this build, especially because he excels as a passer and a rebounder. I be telling people that you don't need to do everything. You need to pick something that you specialize in, and then you better make sure it's something that's actually impactful. And that's exactly what I did with this build. Defensive impact. The interior defense being an 82 with a 93 block, it gives you that solid interior defense combined with elite shot blocking, making him a paint enforcer. It prevents easy baskets and creates turnovers that fuels fast breaks. When you pairing that block and that interior defense with also the speed and his jumping ability and his wingspan, he's all over the floor. It's pretty much hard to get away from him and not have him have an impact on defense while he's on the court, even with these quote unquote shooting centers, because they be shooting, like I said, at a low percentage. So I really don't respect Buddy. If you can beat me with just that dude shooting, fine. You know what I'm saying? But destroying the rest of the guards who are way more efficient than that big, who shooting at 45% from three, which is not good. I'm trying to tell you, it's going to be easy to win those games. Number 7, another point, the perimeter defense and the steal. This is the serviceable perimeter defense at 62 with that 67 steal. It allows for occasional switches and contesting on the outside. The steal rating enables opportunity to make, disrupt passing lanes and force turnovers. That steal rating is going to help you a lot. I'm telling you, for me, It literally give me steals from just being in the correct position. When you have your build built correctly, you do not have to go overboard, especially with a long wingspan. People don't even try it when they see me in the lanes for real. They really don't try it. And then when you have that perimeter defense at 62, it opens up the door for you to utilize a +1 on your off ball pass, moving it to goal, making you even. It's so easy to guard shooting bigs. I'm trying to tell you, when you have off ball pass, all you got to do is stand right. It's like a spot on the thing. It's not on the block. It's the next spot from being directly on the block, and just stand right there. And they really can't shoot. They're not going to be confident shooting over no closeout, and then they can't go to the paint. So they're just completely neutralized, and you can still hedge on anybody that try to come that way and be able to get right back to them. That's why I made Snag Mahomes the way he is. And then let's get into the crown jewel, the rebounding. The 99 offensive and 85 defensive rebounding. The 99 offensive rebound dominates the glass, ensuring second chance points, and is going to demoralize the opposite team. And then the 85 rebounding, it is solid for securing the boards on the other end, ensuring quick possessions after the turnovers. 85 is good enough on defensive rebounding. If people don't know, offensive rebounding is going to overpower defensive rebounding. But with defensive rebounding, it's all about position. And then when Snag Mahomes get hot, that goes up anyway. Like the takeover that I utilize is going to boost that through the roof. So it's not really a weakness at all. I left it there because I knew which takeover I was going to use anyway. And then I know that defensive rebounding is really about positioning. And with me having high speed and high agility for a 7-footer, because that is some of the highest speed and agility you can have, period, on a 7-footer. And most people are not that fast. So I beat them to the spot 9 times out of 10. And that rolls back into my next point. Physical attributes. That 72 speed is the maximum possible for a 7-foot tall with a max wingspan without sacrificing strength, which most centers will not have, which is going to give you an instant advantage when it comes to getting into position for rebounds. Maintaining an 85 strength is going to ensure that access to at least silver brick wall, which you can then upgrade to gold for more effective screens and post defense. This balance allows Snag Mahomes to stay competitive in transition while retaining the physicality needed to dominate inside. That's what I'm saying. He's a blend. He is the perfect blend of this is the futuristic big. You need to be able to move. You have to be able to come out the paint and contest shooters and get in and occasionally guard guards if you have to. And that's exactly what Derek Lively does, and it's exactly what I do with this type of build. And then that 84 vertical, that it enhances your rebounding and shot blocking ability, allowing him to out jump opponents in contested situations. Combined with his speed and agility, Snag is one of the most athletic builds at his size. 84 vert is one off the max for a 7-foot player. Like if I put one more attribute on there, it is going to be a 75. Like that is, one more attribute on there at 85, that is the max for this build. So maximizing winning potential. Maximizing it also maximizes your potential for winning. The offensive rebound king, the 99, creates the endless second chance opportunities, giving the team an edge in scoring. The elite playmaker with the 97 passing acts as a true facilitator, distributing the ball with pinpoint accuracy and keeping the offense fluid. Paint protector, elite one, 93 block, it shuts down drives to the baskets and forces opponents to take clutch, tougher shots. Because with that speed at 7 foot, you get all around the rim. The paint will never be sweet with this type of build, especially in the hands of somebody who actually know what they're doing. Reliable clutch performer. His free throw and rebounding consistency makes him an invaluable piece to close games. With that 99 offensive rebounding, 97 passing, Snag Mahomes becomes a unique hybrid of dominant rebounder and elite playmaker, capable of influencing the game in ways a few players can. He's the ultimate team first center who can carry his squad to victory through elite second chance plays and precision passing. And now we're going to transition over to look at these under the hood stats that also impact the game. And I'm going to show you exactly where to find these stats and where you can view them for yourself. And these under the hood stats definitely impact winning. These are what have a lot to do with whether RNG is going to play into your favor or not. So pay attention. Right. So this is where you go to be able to find those. You go right over here to your My Career tab, as you can see up here, and you go down to stats right here, and then you slide over to roster. You see yourself, and then you want to click the the stick, click it in. It'll pop up like this, and now you are at your under the hood stats. Let's get into it. First, we're going to highlight the 97 pass accuracy, which also comes with 97 pass vision and 97 passing IQ. These under the hood stats complement the pass accuracy, enabling Snag to thread the needle and make high IQ plays under pressure. It elevates him to a elite playmaker, particularly valuable for creating scoring opportunities from the post or the high elbow or anywhere on the court. I'll be all over the court because I feel comfortable. But you know, when that team is playing a zone, you go right to that free throw line and create the whole offense. The team should then transition straight into the guards for being four out, getting handoffs, getting screens. If they want to drop into a zone, it is so easy to destroy that with guards who are capable of shooting at the mid range and the 3 point line because they're going to get wide open looks with a build like Snag Mahomes. Also, look at the hands being at 97 because you made your passing accuracy 97, it automatically comes with 97 hands, which is critical for securing rebounds, catching passes in traffic, maintaining possession under defensive pressure. It enhances the ability to convert second chance points, secure loose balls, and handle tough situations, them tough in-game situations, especially when the game be on the line. You get less turnovers because you have 97 hands. Now, when you look at that 99 rebound paired with these 97 hands, it makes a deadly combo. Snag Mahomes is virtually unstoppable in corralling boards in traffic, ensuring a high success rate in contested rebounding situations. And then another thing I always love to point out, you see the 87 offensive consistency. I'm telling you, they give you open jumpers, you can easily smack them because you have a good offensive consistency. For people who think this build is an offensive liability, how? You got an 87 offensive consistency. That means you got RNG is consistently on your side, even though you are a absolute menace on defense. With that 99 defensive consistency, it ensures animations favor your player, putting RNG, random number generation, on your side. It provides stability on defense, allowing Snag to contest shots, intercept passes, and react effectively in high pressure moments. This is where your build, you know how your build be doing certain stuff that you ain't even really do. This is what triggers it. It's these under the hood stats, the consistency ratings is what RNG is going to play a major factor into your build. It's really out of your control, but it's based on how you build your build. This is to prevent people from doing things they're not supposed to do when they don't make a build to really do those things. This is to really limit. That's what that defensive and offensive consistency do because it's based off how you build your build, where you put your attributes at. And then RNG, that's where the offensive and defensive consistency come in. When that 87, this paired with other attributes is going to ensure Snag remains a potent offensive threat despite his primary focus being rebounding and playmaking and defense. It keeps him reliable in scoring opportunities, particularly off second chance plays and set actions. Like if I have a team setting me up, he easily can finish whatever you're setting him up for, whether it's a shot from the free throw line, a shot from the mid range somewhere, or just a roll to the rim. He's the play finisher. That's what this build does. He either making a play or he's finishing the play. The overall impact. Snag Mahomes' combination of 97 passing, which comes with those other 397 stats, which is your hands, your accuracy, and IQ, and that 99 offensive rebounding and 99 defensive consistency makes him a absolute game changer. His ability to facilitate offense, dominate the boards, and anchor the defense ensures he impacts every aspect of the game. RNG constantly going to be working in his favor, paired with elite attributes, gives him the edge over almost any opponent. With this balanced skill set, Snag Mahomes is just not a player, but a system capable of carrying any team to victory. I'm telling you that. That's why you seen he had a 76 win percentage playing because he can walk in with anybody and still win because of your ability to control the glass and create open looks for low tier players. They don't have to be good. If you're getting open looks off Hall of Fame dimer, trust me, they're going to hit shots. Now, we're going to also move over and let's get into the badge breakdown and the animations because that's also very important to this game. I'm trying to tell you. Now we're going to look at the badges because this is what changes, and I'm have to explain why you should have these certain badges equipped because how it plays out to the game. Number one, where you going to put your plus ones? Brick wall. I'm gonna tell you why brick wall. You have to do brick wall because of the sacrifice you made to have everything else. Because your strength is at an 85, it would be a slight weakness. Now I didn't play with it on silver and still you're gonna be still winning at a high rate. But if you want to stop certain builds when they come, when you run into them, which is rare, like post scorers or just people who good at attacking the paint in general, brick wall is a two-way badge, meaning it works on offense and defense. When they run into you, when they see that energy drop, they gonna cancel that. You get what I'm saying? And then you already have this on gold. This being on gold and this being on gold, paired with this being on bronze and this being on Hall of Fame, with this on gold, you are an elite all-around defender, bro. At 7 feet tall, you are an elite all around defender. They all work together. This, and this makes you very dominant defensively. They're going to have an absolute issue. And then you got this as well. All of that combines. You're going to be okay, A-okay, when it comes to defending the paint. You're going to be over A-okay. You understand what I'm saying? You can jump and still get blocks, multiple blocks. You got Pogo, very athletic. Like, look at what's purple. You are an absolute passing visionary being on purple, and this is what I unlocked with the +1 cap breaker. It was on gold because I had my pass accuracy at 96. That's what I used my last +1 because I was preparing for it to have it on 97. I haven't even played with it yet. But with it being on gold, I seen the power already. So purple is going to be absolutely ridiculous when it, because if you look at my gameplay from starting five, think about it. I be the point guard in all my starting five games. I take over the whole offense and run the whole offense, and they know it's coming and cannot stop it. That's because passing versatile visionary being on a 7-foot player is OP because you're throwing over the top and you can just throw passes that smaller players cannot throw, even though they have this badge. So I'm trying to, you're a system within yourself. And then of course, legend rebound chaser. Everybody knows this one of the top legend badges in the entire game. Point blank period. It's not even close. People just now getting hit to the break starter. A lot of people starting to put their high passing on bigs now. I've been new this. You can check my page. I mean, it goes all the way to the beginning of my page. I had this build already. And then it just energizes the offense. Rise up. You're going to be able to finish, like I said, when you need to, whenever you have the mismatch. Interceptor that you can get in them lanes. You got the max wingspan. Set shot specialist. Like I tell people, I can shoot jumpers. I have no problem hitting shots. Like I said, you can look at my man. Let's go over here. Look at my hot spots. I have them outside of the paint. I don't even got one in the paint. That just show you I'm shooting more than just going to the paint, because that also show you how trash these guards is. I'm not really getting to run pick and rolls on a inside big because they so trash. They're rim running and not shooting, so I'm the one shooting on the center. Ain't that sad? But that's what's really going on. They don't shoot mid ranges, but I do. Like, my guards won't shoot mid ranges, but I do. And as I was saying, this is what helps you stop shooting bigs right here. Every big man that's an inside of you need to put the +1 on this because they can't play that, because I ran into some them dudes. If you really know what they doing, I'm playing at the MVP level. So playing matched up against other MVP bigs or gold or higher, and then they got MVP guards, etc. You're going to need to be able to move around off ball efficiently. You have to be able to slide around. It is imperative that you put that +1 on this off ball pest. And when in the future, when I unlock my +6, I'm going to get this on gold. I'm going to put 2 towards that to, I think 84 or 85 is where it got to be to have it on gold. And then that's going to allow me to put this on red or this on silver. It's going to be between one of the two, because this is going to be red too on its own, because I'm gonna use a 2 to go to pass accuracy, put it to a 99, 2 towards my interior defense. That's going to be gold on its own, and then it'll free up the +1 to be able to use it on whether I want to go here, but it's going to be between one of these, because I know they're the most impactful as far as how they impact the game. Being fast, this is ridiculous on 7 foot. I'm trying to tell you, I get blocks from all over the court that are absolutely ridiculous. But that sums up the badge breakdown. Now we're going to get into the takeover you need to utilize. These are the takeovers that I use. This one is the most common. If you play in rec, use Board Beast. It's unstoppable on this build. It cannot be. This is going to make you kill them on the glass. Automatically, you're going to kill them on the glass. A fun one I like to use, I have this one all the way unlocked, but this one is way more impactful because it strengthens your biggest weakness, which is as far as on the glass, which is defensive rebounding, and you build this up very fast. So it's not hard. It quickly no longer becomes. And another one that I like to use, this one is what you should use if you're playing starting five, flat out, because rebounding isn't as important in starting five as is that defense that you're going to be able to gain and be able to shut them down. Sometimes I use this in rec, and I'm going to use it more in the future, but this is better for starting five, 3v3 play, but 5v5 rec, proving grounds, Board Beast all the way. That is what you want to use on Snag Mahomes. Now we're going to get into his animations, because this is important too. My jump shot, I'm using David Robinson base. You can find the rest. Free throw, Kevin Durant, mandatory, is the best free throw in the game. It's easy to convert. Layup style, default big. Dunk style, what I got in there is Carl Anthony Towns. And then let's look into it. Let's just look into this real quick. Okay, so this is what I have in here that I got the hangs equipped. Then I got certain ones that I know ain't getting blocked like that. The athletic hangs off too, because you don't want nothing that's gonna make your dude pull the ball back. That's what gets you blocked. So I pretty much looked through each one and I found everything that's like either quick or like those are hard to block. I know which ones work, and that's why I shoot a high percentage from the field. When I'm attempting to score, I don't have a problem scoring because I have the correct dunks on. You see the ones I don't have on, that's because they are capable of getting blocked. Hangs. I got the athletic hangs off one. Very good. The reverse basement off one. Got that. Double clutch off one. Very good. Then move over. We got the regular dunk under the basket on with one. It's a good dunk. It ain't gonna get you blocked that much. You see, it's safe. It ain't doing too much. It ain't pulling the ball back. You don't want anything that's gonna pull the ball back. Then we got the elite rim pulls right here. Once again, same mentality. We can get the pro under the basket, but I don't like it because it got animations I don't like, and I would rather these trigger more. So I don't even equip that because I like the way this one is. And then I got the athletic. I don't even use it, and I think it's because it pulls back. It does something that I don't like, and that's why it's not equipped. And Carl Anthony Towns is the only one out of all of these that I have equipped. I thought about having Shaq, but I'm just looking at some of his animations, and I don't like how he pulled the ball back on some of them, so I don't even use Shaq. Um, I might equip it. It got some that's safe, but it got some I don't like, which every dunk pack are just like that. So I might equip Shaq. As a matter of fact, I equipped it to see how I go. I'll give it a chance. So yeah, we'll go ahead and we just added Shaq to it. So that's what's going on. My alley hoops, of course, I got pro. And this ain't really the key of the build. Um, it's right here. Anthony Davis. Make sure you put the Anthony Davis motion style on. It's what's going to really take this build to the next level. Everything else is really doesn't matter. Tyrese Halliburton for the pass style, but I'm definitely about to try out LeBron James, especially after seeing 2K2's video on the LeBron James pass style. So good thing I came in here because I keep forgetting to do it. But I'm gonna try it out and see if it works better for my taller build. But Tyrese Halliburton is what I've been running. That's what you see me having on all my videos. I use Tyrese Halliburton. Joel Embiid, Wizard. None of the rest of the stuff matter. And that the conclusion is Snag Mahomes is gonna thrive as a balanced all-around player with elite playmaking. With that Hall of Fame visionary and dimer, strong defensive versatility through some of the offense, though some of the offensive scoring badges are at lower levels, they provide enough variety to complement the build's primary focus on passing and paint control. This makes Snag Mahomes the ultimate team player, capable of impacting the game on both ends of the court. All right, MVP gang, that's a wrap for today's video. As you've seen, the impact of a dominant build like Snag Mahomes just can't be matched. If you want to maximize your wins, it's all about controlling the paint, grabbing boards, and locking down on defense. Guards are flashy, but centers are the foundation of winning basketball. If this breakdown helped, make sure you hit that like button, drop a comment down below with your thoughts, and don't forget to finesse that subscribe button for more game-changing insights. Stay locked in, keep grinding. Blessings to the Most High. Peace.